Hey guys, good morning and thanks for joining. So you can join same link every day morning at 7:30 a.m. AST. I don't want to repeat once again and I don't want to recap once again. Please join, please join, please join. You have already link is there. Just you can go WhatsApp group and you can check that link when till that day, which date that link is valid. Just you can go and you can check the history, guys. Okay. So next one is I'm planning to add one more folder name is called cloud security. So from the yesterday class onwards, I'm going to upload in the cloud security folder. Okay. So it's a dedicated to cloud security. So last night I already took the introduction about cloud security part. So yesterday classes onwards, I'm going to upload in the cloud security folder. Okay. So next topic as per our syllabus. In the yesterday class, we started cloud security. We did not start cloud security yet. We started cloud computing. What is meant by cloud computing and characteristics of the cloud and what are the advantages of the cloud. So why we are moving from on-premise to the cloud? What are the importance of the cloud? And also what are the drawbacks or disadvantages of the cloud? And also we discussed about the cloud computing types are and cloud computing services are. And also we discussed about who are all the cloud service providers are available. Okay. So next one, if you want to enter into the cloud security field, so what are the prerequisites to enter into the cloud security? So these are all things we discussed. Additionally, what is meant by default services or native services of the cloud environment? Along with that one, what is meant by BYOL, bring your own license. So next topic. So next topic is Cloud Security Alliance. So yesterday I was saying that we have to follow one of the framework. So that framework we can call it as a Cloud Security Alliance. What is this Cloud Security Alliance? It is similar to like our WASP top organization or Center for Internet Security organization, and also it is a part of our MITRE attack framework. So whenever someone will ask at the time of the interview, what are the different types of frameworks you worked on, you can say MITRE attack framework. That is for the how the attack is trying to do the hacking. Along with that one, it will provide out the defensive mechanism also. Nothing but tactics and techniques and procedures along with the detection mechanisms. And also even it will provide out the preventive mechanisms also. Combination of offensive plus defensive. Second framework is cyberrkcybertechnology process or framework. So third framework we can call it as CS hardening benchmark frameworks. Fourth framework we can call it as WASP top 10 framework. And the fifth one we can call ITL framework or NAST framework. Sixth one is Cloud Security Alliance framework. Okay. So what is this Cloud Security Alliance? Cloud Security Alliance, it is an organization or institution. Okay. It will provide whenever any application is migrating from on-premise to cloud environment, and also even from the scratch, if you want to deploy any application or product or mobile, we have to follow this Cloud Security Alliance framework or compliances or whatever they define 17 modules. We should know about all those 17 modules. So let's go and discuss about those 17 modules. So they defined about star compliances. Along with that one, they defined about cloud control matrix version 4 or version 3. Okay. So cloud control matrix. Even as I said yesterday itself, if you want to do any certificates related to cloud environment, please don't go to the vendor specific cloud certificates. For example, Microsoft SC 200, Microsoft SC 900, or Microsoft SC Security Administrator, or Microsoft Azure Security Sentinel, Amazon Security Administrator, Amazon Security Architect, GCP Security Architect, GCP Chronicle SIM Tool Administrator. Don't do those type of certificates. Then what are the different type of certificates we have to do? Whatever Cloud Security Alliance providing the certificates, you can do that certificates. Those certificates it is applicable to not only one cloud service provider, but also it is applicable to multi-cloud environment. Okay. For example, if you are doing CCSK or CCSP, so cloud security associate and cloud security professional, CCSK and also CCSP. So you have to do these type of certificates. I have seen most of the people will do SC200, SC900, Azure Sentinel, so GCP Chronicle, and also is Amazon Web Services Security Architect or Security Professional. So those type of certificates we should not do it. So better you can do whatever in generic. So these certificates can be valid all over the worldwide or across the globe. But whatever certificates are belongs like SC200 or SC900 or Azure Sentinel or Amazon and also GCP related certificates, it is applicable to those cloud service provider certificates only. But if you are doing these certificates like CCSK or CCSP, it is applicable to any of the cloud environment. Okay. So as compared to those certificates, these certificates are important. But if you want to dedicatedly enter into, yes, I want to go with Amazon only. I don't want to go into Azure or I don't want to go into GCP. Then in that scenario, yes, I can agree with you guys. You can go and you can do only vendor specific certificate. Whatever Amazon is doing, you can go and you can stick with only Amazon, or whatever Azure is providing, you can go and you can stick with only Azure, or whatever GCP, you can go and you can stick with only GCP. How much money you can spend on these certificates? Maybe today, one of the customer or one of the client, they will ask about today, we need only SC200. Okay, you will complete SC200. So tomorrow, maybe another customer, they are using Amazon Web Services. Day after tomorrow, any other customer, they are using, so GCP, Google Cloud. So in the fourth, okay, so fourth day, other customers, they are trying to use OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So every customers, they are expecting out different types of certificates. How much money you can spend on this one? It's a better to go and you can so do the international acceptable certificates. Those international acceptable certificates are CCSK, CCSP. Okay, is it clear or not? So even whenever someone will ask, so do you have the SC200 certificate? I have more than that certificate, because that is only dedicated applicable to SC2 only. Okay, so Microsoft Azure, but this certificate is applicable to multi-cloud environment. It's applicable to any of the cloud service provider. Cloud certifications are international acceptable certificates, accepted certificates. So this is of the certificates point of view. Let's go and discuss about Cloud Security Alliance now. So just you can go to Google, just you can type Cloud Security Alliance. So as I said, it is alliance or institution or framework. So those alliance or institution or framework, it is providing about the couple of very important parameters, part of the 17 modules. If you know about those 17 modules, once the application we are deploying into the cloud environment, or maybe our mobile application we are deploying in the cloud environment, or maybe our product we are deploying the cloud environment, or maybe we are migrating from on-premise or data center to the cloud environment. So we have to follow these 17 modules. Those modules are, so just I typed Cloud Security Alliance, click on this one. So under this one, you can go and you can see under the star program, you can go and you can see Cloud Control Matrix. So this Cloud Control Matrix is provided by European Council. So and also from ISACA and also ISC Square. So right now version 4, under this version 4, what are the different types of Cloud Control Matrix services we have to follow, or we have to utilize these services and we have to apply in our Amazon or Azure or GCP or any other cloud environment. Those modules are, can you see? So these are all these 17 modules. These 17 modules, if you are aware of, you can apply for the cloud security vacancies also. So cloud security engineer, cloud security architect, cloud security operations support of the L1 or L2 or L3, cloud security administrator. Okay, so dedicated to cloud security. So on the other hand, as I said yesterday itself, even nowadays, any other cyber security vacancy you are applying, they are expecting your basics of the cloud security also. So let's go and discuss about these 17 modules now. Cloud control matrix 4.0, version 4.0. So that is called CCM. Cloud control matrix is providing 17 modules. Whenever any application is migrating on-premise to cloud environment, or from the scratch, if you want to deploy application or product or mobile in the cloud, we have to follow these 17 security domains. Okay, so that is called cloud control matrix. So let's go and discuss about 17 modules now. So first and foremost, 17 key domains under the cloud security domain. Audit and assurance, A&A, audit and assurance. So any services we are enabling part of the native or default or maybe BYOL, bring your own license. So we have to take care of the audit and assurance. So whether all these services we enable, is it in the proper way we configured or not? In the similar way, whatever BYOL services we purchased from the third party, everything is okay or not, we have to verify. Along with that one, even we have to verify a couple of other parameters under the audit and assurance. So is there any dangerous ports are exposed to the public? And also whether all the end users are accessing. So compulsory through connecting the VPN, all this cloud environment. So there are several checklists is there under the audit and assurance. So we have to go and we have to implement all these. So we have to implement all these security modules, remaining security modules. So nothing but 16. After implementing all these 16, then we have to go and we have to do the audit and assurance. This is like a final checklist. I'm repeating once again. Total 17 modules we do have under the cloud security domain, cloud security. So domains under this cloud security domain, first we have to implement all these 16. After implementing all these 16 security domains, so from the scratch, as I said, if the application or product or mobile we are deploying into the cloud environment, irrespective of the cloud service provider, or maybe we are migrating from data center or on-premise to the cloud environment of application or product or mobile, we have to make sure that these 16 domains we have to verify and also we have to validate. We have to follow otherwise. After completing all these 16 domains, implementation or configuration or administration, then final checklist audit and assurance. Everything is implemented correct or not. Okay, that is the first one. Audit and assurance. So A and A. So audit and assurance. So second one, auditing of the cloud security, basically, or cloud services, application and interface security. So this is simple word only, just 3 words of the sentence, application and interface security, but it contains the too much of the information. What is the too much of information, or what is the application interface security? It's one of the very, very important security domain. So if you are moving any application to the cloud or product or mobile into the cloud, or from the scratch you are deploying all these. So now application and interface security meaning here, we have to think about SDLC life cycle. So nothing but software development life cycle. So here we have to think about requirement phase, design phase. Under the design phase, we have to think about all WASP top 10 category of the attacks, elimination, threats, vulnerabilities, identification based on the Microsoft STRIDE analysis, DREAD analysis, and PASTA analysis. And we have to sit with these software architects to make sure that is there any threats or vulnerabilities or risk is identified under the, so any application is migrating from on-premise to the cloud environment. Along with that one, part of the CI/CD pipeline, DevSecOps, development plus security plus operational. So under the CI/CD pipeline, first we are going to the development level. In the development level, we are doing the SAST scans in the cloud environment, and second one, we are going to do the scanning of the static composition analysis in the cloud also. We have to make sure that, so against WASP top 10, we have to run this scan and we have to identify the vulnerabilities or threats, and we have to do the false positive reduction. After reducing the false positive reduction, so whatever under the code scanning side, is there any vulnerabilities are existing based on the severity wise, we have to go and we have to write the Jira tickets. In the similar way, same in the development level, we do have the, there are more than so many libraries and packages we can use by these developers and testers and architects. So we have to run this scan using the Blockdog or White Source or any other third-party tool. Then we have to identify the CVID, CVSS score, vulnerability name, vulnerability description. So what is the remediation of the vulnerability? So finally, based on the severity, based on the CVSS 3.0 or 3.1, so according to that one, we can go and we can write the Jira tickets once again. So thereafter, once we are writing the Jira tickets based on the severity and priority point of view, these developers and testers and architects, they'll fix those issues. Okay. Finally, last but not least, we have to do the pen test in the cloud environment also for that application. Okay. So that is about overall application security. Total end to end, we have to take care. That is about application and interface security. So additionally, so under the our CI/CD pipeline along with operational, that is called DevOps, and security plus operation, that is called SecOps. So combination we can call it as DevSecOps. Under the DevSecOps side now, what we have to do, so whether we are using the DevOps modules or DevOps services from the Amazon or Azure or GCP, part of the native, or maybe our so default services, otherwise we are using the any other third party. So those things also we have to go and we have to verify. For example, Terraform, we have to verify Jenkins, and we have to verify so Helm charts, Docker and containers deployment. All those are part of the DevOps side. Okay, configuration point of view, implementation point of view, administration point of part of the DevOps side. Along with that one, we have to think about security part, all security operations. Anyway, that is separate domain is there. I will explain logging and monitoring side. Okay, so here what we have to do under the application and interface security, SDLC lifecycle security, we have to take care. So that's what I said yesterday. If you want to move into the cloud security, what are the prerequisites? So even application security also kept as a prerequisites. Okay. Application and interface security. So third domain, business continuity management and operational resilience. So this is a part of the business continuity impact analysis we have to do. So we have to arrange high availability. Operational resilience. What is mean resilience and business continuity planning? Business continuity planning meaning here, any service is going down, is there any alternative or backup services available or not? So that alternative service or backup we can call high availability. So we have to make sure that 24/7 all these services should be available without any interruption or without any availability issues. So these interruption issue will fall under the, based on CIA triad, it's a part of the availability. Okay. Otherwise, these internal stakeholders or maybe public, they are trying to access whatever applications or product or mobile we deployed in the cloud environment, they will get the availability issues. So availability issues, as per the security best practices, we have to consider as a 99.99999959. Okay, so that is about business continuity management and also operational resilience. Business continuity management or otherwise planning and operational resilience. So that is our third module. So nothing but we have to implement business continuity planning. Okay, based on this domain, what did you understand? So we have to make sure that high availability should be there always. So based on this one, what did you understand? So we have to implement SDLC related. So overall end-to-end security process or requirements we have to gather and we have to implement. So third one, change control and configuration management. What are changes we are implementing in the cloud environment? So and what are configurations we are doing as a part of the administrations or implementation? We have to follow change management process. For that one, what we have to do? We have to write change request. And also we have to implement configuration management without any errors. So that is called change control and also configuration management. Anything, whatever you are doing in the production environment, if you want to do the changes for the existing services or platform or databases, service or applications or software or networking, we have to follow the change management process. That entire process, we can call it a change management process. And whatever request we are raising in the ticketing tool or maybe ITSM tools, that request we can call it a change request. Okay. So change control and configuration management. And configuration point of view also, we have to verify, are we doing any mistakes or not, like misconfiguration. So change control and configuration management. So next one, cryptography, encryption and key management is a very important module in the our cloud environment. So 100% if you are going for any cloud security architect vacancy or cloud security engineer vacancy, compulsory interview question is cryptography, encryption, key management. So cryptography, you know already very well. So symmetric and asymmetric under TLS 1.2 and TLS 1.3. So that is our data at a transit level we have to implement. So in this similar way, data at a rest level, whatever databases we are using, or we are using virtual machines, or we are configuring the so servers, all those things we have to make sure that data at a rest level of the encryption we have to implement. And after implementing that one, we have to follow the so it's especially in the transit level, cryptography controls we have to implement in the transit position. So transferring of the data from the so wherever the end user is located to access the applications or maybe services whatever they want to access, or maybe public or customers whatever services they want to so access whatever hosted in the cloud environment. So cryptography, you know already, securing of the web communication and encryption, data at a rest level of the encryption and data at a transit level of the encryption, we have to implement key management. So for this one, we can go and we can use either inbuilt or default services. Okay, so provided by our cloud services providers like KMS in case Amazon Web Services, Key Vault in case Azure, and Key Vault once again, it's a part of the our GCP, and also Key Vault once again Oracle Cloud Infrastructure also. So this is one of the very important module: cryptography, encryption, and key management. In case you are not using any cloud service provider, the key management system, then you can go and you can use the third party like HSM hardware security module or otherwise so HashiCorp or otherwise RHL IDM. There are so many open source tools available, commercial tools also available for the key management. Okay, so cryptography, encryption, and key management. Please remember this one is very important domain in the cloud. Cryptography, encryption, and key management. So that is fifth domain. Data center security. So do you think that data center security meaning here in the cloud, how the data center security will be available? Data center is like on-premise. So meaning here, so all these end users, whoever is located in the on-site or data center, how they are trying to access our cloud environment. That is meant by data center security. So obviously we have to access through virtual private network. Otherwise we have to access through application gateways or VPN gateways. We have to use it. So because we are accessing through internet, so in case it's a public cloud, even though it is our private cloud or hybrid cloud, also through internet we are accessing. So in between our data center to our office application, we should not expose to the public our AWS services or Amazon services or Azure services or GCP services. So always end user like a DevOps team or SecOps team or security team or AWS administrator or TechOps team, machine learning teams. So whoever has the access to our cloud services, nothing but entire team, internal stakeholders, everybody has the access to the cloud environment. Those people, they have to access through compulsory VPN. That is meant by data center security. So let's go back here. As per yesterday network architecture diagram, so I'll open the diagram. So, but most of the customers, what they are trying to do now, so they are not providing any VPN gateway. That is the drawback. So in case you are not providing any the VPN gateway to access these cloud service based application, so there is a lot of impact will be there. Okay. So compulsory we have to access through our virtual private network. We should not expose our services to the public. So even any attacker is trying to do the hacking. So in that scenario, first he should know about breaking out the virtual private network. For suppose now this is data center and this is cloud. So these cloud services we took as a Azure. So if you want to access these cloud couple of applications or products or mobile related any or OT or IoT related services are deployed in the cloud environment of Azure or Amazon or GCP, and you are sitting in the data center. Now, if you want to access these services, compulsory VPN is a mandatory. Through VPN, we have to access. Otherwise, we have one more concept name is called jump server. Jump server or beacon. So, or these are the different types of terminals we can use. So, jump server also we can use. First, we have to connect to VPN. Thereafter, we have to connect to jump server, and we have to provide our RDP access to the cloud environment. From that cloud environment, RDP access, we have to go and we have to access our Azure services or Amazon services or GCP services. So most of the customers or clients, so missing portion is without VPN, they are exposing to the public. So they are providing like, now I am part of the internet. So they'll go and they'll create like Azure portal, portal.azure.com. Now I am able to give here I can provide my username and password. And finally I can go and I can log into the Azure environment. Did I connect any VPN here? I did not connect any VPN. Without connecting any VPN directly, I can go and I can log in. Okay, we should not do that. So first we have to connect to VPN here, virtual private network on our laptop. So thereafter, whatever services are located in the Microsoft Azure, I can go and I can click on this link and I can provide my username and password. Then I can enter into the my Azure portal. So this is the way how we can go and we can access the Azure portal. Even my consulting and service based company also, they did not provide proper way to implement VPN. I already informed to my director, so stating that you can go and you can implement VPN, because now right now I'm in the internet, I'm able to access everything, whatever Azure portal. Okay. So this is the way couple of drawbacks it is existing. So that is about data center security. When I say data center security, so whenever the users or data center team, they want to access to the Azure environment, to make sure that it should be accessed via through beacon, or it should be accessed through a jump server, or it should be accessed through a VPN. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
a little elaborate about the jump server.
Gem server meaning here, first I logged into my laptop.
Okay.
After logging to my laptop, then I have to go to the RDP, remote desktop. Okay. So remote desktop, after that, I have to provide my username and password. For every user, they can provide the Gem server access. For example, it's a Deepak, then Deepak server, Deepak username. So Deepak password, Gem server. First, we have to provide the Gem server IP address or host name. This Gem server is common to every employee. So here, computer name is our Gem server IP address or host name. So after clicking on the connect here, then it will ask username and password. So that username and password, you have to provide your username and password. Nothing but Deepak username and password. Because already you have the cloud access. Sorry, in the Gem server access, we have to provide to Deepak also user. So once you are clicking on the connect to the Gem server, then it will ask username and password. So we have to provide the Gem server access to Deepak now. So Deepak username and password he has to enter. After entering that one, then it will open one of the virtual desktop. From that virtual desktop, we can open to the our cloud environment. So that is called Gem server. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Otherwise, what I have to do, if you are not using any Gem server, then additionally, we have to use VPN at least. So we have to connect VPN. Thereafter, we have to log into our portals. Now, whatever I am supporting Amazon, so thereafter, as a part of the consulting and service based company, my consulting and service based company also not providing any VPN. This is a drawback from my company side now. Okay. So that one we have to eliminate. That one where we have to check, we have to check under the audit and assurance. Okay. So next one is data center security. That is mean by data center security. It's not about, okay, physical, why the data center will come part of the cloud. Okay, don't get confusion. So next one is data security and privacy. So this is also it's very important. So data security and privacy. Why? Because we are putting our data into the cloud service provider infrastructure or platform or SaaS based. So if we are hosting our data into the cloud environment, how can I trust Amazon or Azure or GCP or Oracle Cloud? Okay, so that data maybe it's very confidential. It's very secure. It is very secure. It's it's very privacy of the data. So if you don't implement proper security control and if you don't implement proper compliances, so attacker has trying to expose that data and finally he will ask, so blackmailing of the money or maybe cryptocurrency or bitcoins and so on. So data security also it's one of the very important domain under the cloud control matrix, part of the security domains. Okay, so where the data is storing, the data is storing in the storage or backup devices or data storing in the Amazon S3 buckets or maybe our Azure storage like a blob in the similar way. So GCP storage buckets and so on. That data should be safe and secure. Once again, so based on the GDPR compliances, based on the HIPAA compliances, wherever any PII data or PHI data, it is available in the cloud environment to make sure that we have to follow GDPR compliances, we have to follow HIPAA compliances. And also wherever any PA data and PHI data we are storing, we have to make sure that data anonymization techniques we have to implement. Nothing but masking of the data. What is data? What is meant by data anonymization? Masking of the data. So why in the application password we can see dot 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 dot. What is mean by this one? Example, you are opening Facebook or you are opening any other website. So why always password it will show like a masking? Why can't we see like a clear text or plain text? So nothing but here they implemented data anonymization techniques. So data cannot be, password cannot be seen by any attacker or any person. So always critical data should be masked. That masking of the process, we can call it as data anonymization techniques. It's one of the GDPR complaints also. So what are the possible ways? So internal employees can see our confidential data in the cloud environment. Forget about the attacker. Anyway, attacker, he can compromise our cloud instances, our application instances, our databases, servers in the cloud environment. He can go and he can see the what the clear text data or plain text data we are storing. If you want to implement So any masking of the data, so that process we can call it as data anomaly techniques. So now how the data can be leaked, for suppose, so data can be leaked. There are different ways. So example, our security operations team also, security incident and logging and monitoring, logging and monitoring. So nothing but our SIM tool, our SOC operations team of the L1 or L2 or L3. So they can't see whenever user is logging. So what is the username and what is the computer name? What is the host name? What is the password? So then even any debit card and credit card and also so any payment gateway they're trying to do it. So everything they can be seen by our SOC operations team also. That is also drawback. Don't you think that SOC team they can go and they can explore, so they can remember about those confidential data. They can take the confidential data. They can breach the confidential data. Yes. So even other teams also like a DevOps team and also other teams as well, they should not see about this confidential data. If you want to implement that one, we have to process and we have to implement couple of tools for that one. That tools we can call it data anomaly tools or masking of the original data, and we have to always mask it. Okay. So data security and privacy also, it's one of the important module. If you want to implement data security and privacy, we have to once again depending on the cryptography and encryption and key management. So next module is data security and privacy. So next module, governance, risk management and compliance. Just now I already discussed just now. So whatever applications we are hosting, example, I'm hosting one of the product related to Philips Healthcare. I'm deploying one of the product under the cloud environment of the Philips Healthcare product. Now we have to follow HIPAA compliances. So now I'm placing one of the public safety related product in the cloud environment. We have to follow FedRAMP compliances. And we are placing one of the financial transaction related payment gateway. We have to follow PCI DSS SOC 2 compliances. So this is the way we have to follow the governance. What is the objective and goal of the our organization? How those objectives and goals should be aligned with cloud security and information security. That's called governance. Risk management. If you are hosting any of the data or services, so then what is risk is involved. So how the risk analysis should be completed, and also we have to take care of the cloud security risk assessment, and this should be accepted or mitigated or transferred or avoided. So those parameters we have to implement after doing the risk identification and risk analysis based on the quantitative and qualitative based or hybrid approach based on the NIST 800-37. That is called risk management framework. And finally, compliances. So compliances based on what type of business we are doing. So according to that one, what we are hosting in the cloud environment, we have to make sure that those compliance should also we have to implement. Couple of compliances are PCI DSS, GDPR, SOC 1, SOC 2, FedRAMP, all these different compliances we have to follow, along with ISO 27001. GRC, governance, risk and compliances. So in-depth analysis we are going to discuss about under information security. That is our next module. Next one is human resource security. So why human resource security will fall under our cloud security? Why human resource related security will fall under cloud? We are discussing about cloud. Why human security resource security will fall under? So nothing but
Active
so
Directory.
Active Directory. No, human resource security meaning here. So without any background verification checks of the employee, whether they have the any criminal data, so whether any cases are existing, they have to follow that one. So whether candidate is signed in the offer letter and also whether candidate has done the terms and conditions whatever we provided under the offer letter related to termination or resignation or illegal activities after joining in a company, non-disclosure agreement signed he has done or not, any data breach or data violation he has done, So non-disclosure agreement should be taken care. That one he has to do the sign. Okay. So all those, even before joining in organization or onboarding of the employee, so whether all the background verification has done properly or not, whether any criminal cases are existing, so is there any other so illegal activities done by candidate, whether drugs or everything should be taken care. So that is called human resource security. Okay. So HR security. This one also they're part of our ISO 27001, same compliance. So next one is very, very important. This one also, identity and access management. Zero trust network access, JTNA. So zero trust network access is depending. We should not trust anyone. How we can go and we can verify we should not trust anyone. So based on the IAM capability, based on the privilege access management capability, based on the single sign-on applications implementation. So based on the identity verification. So this is becoming very, very popular now. So going forward, dedicated to IAM related vacancies will capture in the market, huge or large amount of the vacancies will come dedicated to IAM, because everywhere attacker is bypassing the authentication and authorization part. So that's why we have to implement these zero trust network access control. The zero trust network access controls are IAM, identity and access management, PAM, privilege access management, in the similar way. So single sign-on solution and accessing the virtual private network to all these resources or through GEM server. There are several parameters we have to think about. So identity and access management along with the JTNA. Okay. Based on the role-based access control also, and based on the segregation of the duties. If you are implementing all this, that entire process and technology, we can call it as JTNA, Zero Trust Network Access. For application side, network side, server side, database side, storage side, software side, everything. So implementing that authentication authorization point, we can call it as JTNA. IAM, Identity and Access Management, interoperability and portability. So like it's scalability and also elasticity. So horizontal growth and vertical growth already we discussed. So interoperability with other cloud environments also. One is our scalability and also elasticity point of view, interoperability and also portability. We are using multi-cloud environment. As I said yesterday itself, one application is deployed in the Amazon Web Services. Example I took as a Facebook. Instagram we deployed as a part of the Azure. Twitter we deployed as a part of GCP. In between one cloud environment to another cloud environment, how the data can be traversed, data can be transferred, obviously through API calls. So that interoperability and also portability, existing and also transferring of the data from one cloud environment to another cloud environment, from on-premise to cloud environment, how the data is traversing should be taken care. So that is nowadays we can call it microservices based application, contains less application, serverless applications implementation. Okay, so these are the couple of things we have to implement. So that process we can call it as interoperability and also portability. So next one, logging and monitor, sorry, infrastructure and virtualization security. So here it is nothing but what VM, vulnerability assessment and also vulnerability management. Not only vulnerability assessment and vulnerability management, so it contains the overall scanning of the databases, scanning of the servers, scanning of the cloud environment, scanning of the Dockers and containers, scanning of the applications are hosted. Nowadays, vulnerability management, they are not expecting dedicated to our on-premise servers. In case the customers or clients, if they have the servers are located in the on-premise or data center, yes. So that is simple and straightforward. We can use Nessus or Qualys or Rapid7 or Tripwire. We can go and we can do this creating scan policy or scan rule by providing the targeted IP address. But nowadays, every customer or client, they are using the cloud environment also. In case if they have any, so virtual machines or Dockers and containers are easy to instances. So those scenarios, we have to go and we have to scan those Dockers and containers and applications. Runtime protection also part of the CI/CD pipeline. Container security, Docker security. Okay. Container security posture management, data security posture management. Okay, so these are all the couple of things we have to implement. So that is called infrastructure and virtualization security. Infra and virtualization security. So next one. So logging and monitoring. Whatever logs are generating in our cloud environment, to make sure that all those logs should be integrated to SIEM tool, and we have to monitor cloud related security best practices or use cases or correlation rule. In the on-premise, correlation rules are different and cloud-based correlation rules are different. So whatever virtual machines and databases, servers, applications or softwares we are deploying in the cloud environment, terminology point of view, it is different. Okay, access key is exposing to the public. One of the correlation rule we have to create. Authentication login failure attempt to the so-and-so resource. Example, VM, virtual machine. Authentication failure login attempt for the database. Authentication login failure attempt for the application. Okay, so cryptographic failures. So dedicated to cloud side, we have to create a couple of the use cases and correlation rule in our SIEM tools also. First, we have to log, nothing but we have to, anyway, logs will be generated. We have to log all those logs, nothing but we have to integrate all those logs to our SIEM tool, secret information and event management tool. And we have to monitor all those logs too. So 24/7 into 365 days. So finally, whenever any security incident it's happening in the cloud environment by an attacker or maybe by our internal employee, we have to take care of the security incident investigation based on the ITAL process. So that may be L1 team or L2 team or L3 team. So logging and monitoring. Whether logs should be stored in the cloud environment or logs should be stored in the our SIEM tool. It depends. Retention policy, logs should be stored in the, so either we can go and we can dump those logs into the our SIEM tool also fine. Otherwise, you can go and you can store the logs in the S3 bucket in case Amazon Web Services, or virtual machines in case Azure, virtual machine in case GCP. It depends.
There one doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Correlations and policies are both are same.
Yes, both are same. Correlation rule or use cases or policies, all these are synonyms.
Okay.
But in especially SIEM tool point of view, we can use regularly use case or correlation rule, but other security tool we can use policies. But three are same: use cases implementation, correlation rules implementation, policies implementation in the SIEM tool are synonyms. Yes, all three are same.
Thank you.
Welcome. So next one is security incident management, e-discovery and cloud forensics. Okay. So security incident management meaning here, once the security incident is triggered, what is the overall incident management we implemented? What is the escalation matrix? What L1 team has to do? What L2 team has to do? What L3 team has to do? That escalation matrix we have to implement. Okay. For false positive instance and also true positive incident. That entire overall lifecycle management, we can call it as security incident management. e-discovery. So e-discovery meaning here electronic discovery. So here automatically we have to discover the services or infrastructure or platform what we are using in the cloud environment. For that one we have to implement couple of tools. Those tools are forensics tools. So that's what they mentioned, cloud forensics. What are the difference of forensics tools we have to implement? Example FTK, forensics toolkit, or oxygen forensics, or otherwise in-case forensics, or Celebrite, it's related to mobile forensics. All these are different types of forensics we have to implement. Okay, so to make sure that evidence should be mandatory, evidence should be protected, and also report should be mandatory. So whatever evidences we gathered, it should be safe and secure. It should not be damaged. So that is forensics analysis also we have to do. This forensic is completely different. What we are doing is security instant investigation is different versus what is e-discovery and cloud forensics is different. E-discovery and cloud forensics will not use SIM tools. We will use couple of other tools like this is security topic, SOC operation topic. So Oxygen Forensics, it's one of the company. So this is implementing couple of tools. It's a digital forensics, not analog or physical forensics. It's a digital forensics. So they have these are all the different types of products. Oxygen Analytics Center and also Oxygen Forensic Detective. So this one of the tool in the enterprise level. So most of the public sector companies, they will use all these. So once again for public sector also same thing, and enterprise also same thing. So now additionally, in-case forensics, this one is acquired by OpenText. Yeah, you can see OpenText for part of the forensic. No, nothing but NCase is acquired by OpenText now. OpenText is a company. Okay. Under this one, you can see hardware-based forensics analysis, software-based and storage-based. So if you want to purchase the hardware-based forensics tools, these are all the couple of tools. Okay. If you want to do the software-based, so these are all the couple of software-based. So this one I will take separate class on this one, why to do and what to do. OpenText and wound software and also F response. So this is one thing. Celebrite. So this for dedicated to mobile forensics. So what we are doing the security instant investigation via through our SIM tool is different. What we are doing the Celebrite, I mean, this forensics tool is different. So if you want to go into the dedicated to forensic scientist, then you have to learn about separate course. Okay, separate certifications also there. So these are all the products related to forensics analysis related to mobile, UFED, all these responder, physical analyzer, digital connector, inspector, pathfinder, endpoint inspector, crypto solutions. These are all the dedicated to mobile. So we can use either digital or we can use analog. Okay. So in the cloud also, what is the final conclusion now? In the cloud also, we have to make sure that we have to implement the security incident management, e-discover and cloud forensic. And one more important factor I want to say, in future, every company will recruit dedicated to forensic analyst also. So forensic analyst meaning here, he will not take care of the security incident investigation. Yes, he will do, but in-depth analysis he will do. What is meant by thumbnails? What is meant by creating the Yara rules, creating the AML files, creating the malware analysis jobs, and so on. So those things will fall under the our digital forensics or analog forensics. So security incident management. e-discovery, and cloud forensics. In the cloud also, we have to implement all these. So I will give one a practical example so that you'll understand. So couple of customers like take traffic police officers, take Navy officers or Army officers, defense officers, they will use like walkie-talkie kind of thing. For example, they will speak so in the miles or kilometers of the traffic from one person to another person, from one side to another side. So they will speak confidential data related to terrorists, related to so any other people are coming or entering into the our borders. It's very confidential data. For example, that Navy officer or Army officer or police officer is losing his walkie-talkie. That's called public safety. So there is lot of data related to confidential. Okay. So in that scenario, whoever is catching that particular so walkie-talkie or phone in between these people or they are speaking. So then what will happen? There are a lot of confidential is going to leak it. So now whenever the some person X person or attacker is got the device and he is so going and seeing and verifying what is data is existing on that device or what discussed, is there any confidential data they discussed, he will do auto replay category of the attacks. He can go and he can check what data he stored in that device. He can go and he can verify everything. So in that scenario, if we are implementing these celebrate related forensics tools, we can go and we can see, so through electronic discovery, who caught the device and where the device is lost it, and also along with that one, what is the data copied by an attacker, everything we can capture it. So that's why we have to implement these forensics tools. Okay, that is one of the example. So maybe one of the terrorist or one of the unknown person is coming from X country to India, for suppose. So where he is roaming and what data he collected in his laptop or mobile, whether he collected any confidential or any privacy of the data, he collected our country specific data in the mobile and also in the laptop. So if we want to do in-depth analysis, for that one, we can go and we can use the forensics analysis tools. Security incident management tools will not support. Okay. So that is called actual forensics. So next one, supply chain management, transparency and accountability with third party. So whatever third party softwares you are using in your organization, for example, OpenJDK or Oracle Java or Python or PowerShell, so React to JS or Angular JS, so any other third party. So as a part SBOM, I told you already, SBOM is nothing but so supply bill of materials. So that is nothing but supply chain management, transparency, and also accountability. So legally that software is accepted in our organization or not. So we have to verify that. So third party software risk management also it's very important. TPRM. What is the TPRM? Third party risk management. Once whatever open source or commercial software we are using to develop these applications and product or mobiles related to libraries or packages, we have to make sure that so supply chain management, transparent accountability should be taken care legally accepted or not. Additionally, third party risk management we have to conduct. That is called TPRM. Supply chain management, transparency and accountability. So next one, threat and vulnerability management, in which part of the our infrastructure and virtualization security. Once again, what we identified threats in the cloud environment, and also we have to implement vulnerability management also. Okay, in the cloud. So for the Docker security, container security, virtual machine security, and overall scanning of the entire scanning of these servers, softwares, databases, application, even virtual machines, instances, everything. and we have to implement the vulnerability management process under the cloud also. Okay. So threat and vulnerability management. Finally, endpoint security, universal endpoint management or security. Universal endpoint management, meaning here, so what are the virtual machines we deployed? What are the databases we deployed? What are the contents we deployed? What are the Dockers we deployed? We have to make sure that e-discovery, we have to automatically discover those endpoints. Under the endpoints, we have to implement our EDR or DLP or encryption or file integrity monitoring, HADS, HAPS. So that one in official terminology, we can call it as Cloud Workload Protection Plan, CWPP. So this process, implementing the universal endpoint management in the official terminology, we can call it as so CWPP, Cloud Workload Protection Plan. To take care of the overall security posture management of the cloud environment, we can call CSPM, Cloud Security Posture Management. To implement application security, infrastructure security, along with the cryptography, encryption, key management system, we can call it as so CNAPP, Dow plus Sec plus Ops, DowSecOps. So this one we can call it as CWPP, Cloud Workload Protection Plan. Okay. So along with this one, we have to implement overall cloud security posture management, that's called CSPM, and also even we have to implement DowSecOps. This combination of these three terminals we can call it a CNAPP, Cloud Native Application Protection Platform. Okay, but anyways, this one dedicated to Cloud Workload Protection Plan. Under the endpoint side, our workloads, whatever we created, our virtual machines, whatever we created, we have to make sure that we have to implement antivirus, EDR, XDR, DLP, encryption, file integrity monitoring, HDS, HAPS. So we have seen yesterday our day before a CAS under the firewall configuration security profile, Cloud Access Circuit Broker. So that is like a DLP under the cloud environment. Okay. So that's all for today morning, guys. In the today evening, so I will go and I will discuss about cloud security network architecture diagram. Thereafter, I will start our Amazon Web Services, Azure and GCP. So if you know about these 17 modules thoroughly, so and you are able to understand, yes, you can go and you can apply cloud security engineer vacancies. Couple of times people will ask, sir, I need dedicated to cloud security training. I need dedicated cloud security training. So there is no need of separate training. If you are coming and attending the cyber security training under me, you are applicable to cloud security also. There is no need of dedicated to cloud security vacancy. But only one thing here, we should know about those services, and also we should know about how to configure, how to implement, how to administrate. Along with that one, we have to take care of the incident investigation and forensic analysis. That is nothing but cloud security. So if I want, yes, I can go and I can do the customization of the cloud security training also. Do you know what? Outside of the, outside there are a lot of institutions dedicated to cloud security. They are charging like in between 50,000 to 1 lakh dedicated to cloud security. One tool they will show and couple of services they will show. That's it. Within 45 days they'll complete. And they will go and they will say that you can go and you can practice everything by going and logging into the tool part of the Amazon or Azure or GCP. For that one you have to create an account and you have to practice all those services. That is called cloud security. Yes, I will update funny. Okay guys, that's all for today morning and evening class at 7 p.m. IST. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.